Welcome to Airsoft Reports. Today we're going to be reviewing the new Well L96 bolt-action spring-powered sniper rifle. Now the first thing that most people ask is, how fast does it shoot? We're going to show you just that, but we're going to show you two different options. Because this is a very powerful airsoft gun, it's capable of firing both the .2 gram BBs as well as the .25 gram BBs. Now we all know that everyone wants accuracy. Now the .25 gram BBs are expected to give us a little bit more accuracy, but with a little bit less range. Whereas with the .2 gram, you're going to see a little bit better range, but of course your accuracy is going to suffer at that distance. So we're going to give it a shot. The first 3 rounds are going to be using the .2 gram BB, and then the next 3 are going to be using the .25 gram. You can see for yourself. Now that first shot using the .2 gram BB came in at 468 FPS. Second shot, again using the .2 gram, comes in at 471. Third shot, again using the .2 gram, and you can see 469. So you'd be pretty accurate if you said it shot right around 470 FPS using the .2 gram BBs. Now we're going to show you what the .25 do. Now you're down to 422. Still respectable, but you can see the difference in velocity. Again, third shot using the .25. 423, and the third using the .25, 421. So again, safe to say that you're firing about 420 FPS, 422 FPS using the .25 gram, and you're up to about 470 using the .2 gram BB. It's up to you, of course, what your situation is and what your needs are. Of course, what everyone wants to see is how well can it hit its target, and we're about to show you. But first, because of how unique this particular airsoft gun is, we're going to show you how to get the ammo into the magazine. It's a little different from most airsoft guns in that the clip is completely, it's shaped completely different. Firstly, your magazine release is operated by pushing on this little lever here, and you're pushing it towards the buttstock. And when you do that, the magazine pops out very nicely, exposing, as I said, the unique magazine. Now, we're going to show you how to load it, and we'll show you how it hits its target. The Well L96 comes with its own speed loader. Now most of you have seen this type of device before. It's very, very ingenious. Push down the plunger, it pushes its BB through. The difference here though is this little extension on the end, and it's important because this allows you to load this magazine very quickly. Take a look. This entire assembly on the top here actually compresses to expose. You can see there, this is sort of the feeding area. You just push the BBs in one by one normally, or if you do take advantage of the speed loader, it makes things a lot easier. This is the way we found the easiest way to load it. You actually hold the magazine using your fingers to push the actual plunger section down. You then use the thumb of that hand to secure the nub of the speed loader to the actual magazine. And of course then, it's just a simple matter of pushing it in. You'll know, of course, when it's fully loaded because it'll just push out on you. And we're just about full there, so again, you just pop it off, release that little plunger assembly, and you're back in business. Loading the gun almost exactly the way it was unloaded. Notice there's a little arrow on the front, shows you exactly how to position it. Just push it in here, and remember, you've got to hear a positive click in, all the way in. If you don't hear that, your gun will not function properly. We've been actually able to fire BBs with the magazine incorrectly seated, and lots of times you'll see BBs rolling out the end of the barrel, or BBs that are much, much lower in velocity than they should be. One more thing before we actually show you how it shoots. One of the little, intricacies of this particular airsoft gun is its bipod. It's a very, very useful tool, and we're going to need it when we're shooting. We're going to show you though how it releases. It took us a little while, and hopefully we can spare you that headache. These little tabs, there's one on either side, is actually a lever that will release the foot and then allow you to put it into the fixed position. So you want to push the tab towards the foot in order to release it. So that's up or down, whichever you prefer, and then it locks into position. And of course you're going to do that on both sides. And once you've done that, it's not going anywhere, and it's going to allow you to create that perfect shooting position. Now we've set up our range in increments of at first 25 feet, and then we jump to 50 feet as our distance increases. So we've set up the first 3 here at 25, 50, and then 75 feet, ending with the 100-foot mark out there by that deck chair. After that, we jump to 150 feet, that's the 5th target out, and then off to the left, you can see we've got our 200-foot marker way out there between those two bushes. Our calculations show that these are the minimum and really maximum ranges that you're going to see an airsoft skirmish occur at, so these are the most useful for you in determining how accurate these guns are. Now, we've been having some issues with intermittent accuracy. Sometimes our shots literally fall where our crosshairs lie. Sometimes they fly off. This could be because of wind, or it could be because of imperfections in the barrel. We're going to give it another shot on the 25-foot mark here. Now that one was actually closer to where I wanted it to be. We're going to go to the 50 now. Oh, high. One more shot on that 50. There we go. So compensating for the scope, you can definitely get some good hits once you learn it. Now we're going to go up to the 75. Okay. Pop-up, of course, is just a little bit farther out. The shots are high. A little better. We'll try one more on that 75. Just closer. I'm going to show you what it does on the 100-foot mark. And you may or may not have seen that, but it was low, barely, just hitting the pie plate. Again, hitting the pie plate, but a little high. Do some compensation. So one more shot on that 100-foot mark. Alright. You can definitely see how the accuracy decreases as you get out. We're going to go down to the 150. See what we can do there. Didn't even hit it. Now you can see how it shoots. Of course, my shooting skills and yours may be different, but we can say for sure that it's not going to be taking the wings off of a fly. There are going to be times when you get shots right on your crosshairs, and there are going to be times when they sail so far off that you're going to go back to your scope and fiddle around with it and just realize that it was the wind. I mean, that's what it's going to be. Unfortunately, much as we like to pretend, airsoft rifles are just BB guns, and you know that means you're not firing a rifled projectile. And to be fair, even though this fires very fast for an airsoft gun, you're still talking about speeds that are pretty slow. Even 425 FPS is not going to give you the amount of accuracy that sometimes we would like. Still, this is a great airsoft gun. We have lots of fun with it, and to be fair, we've gotten lots of good shots. I've been hit through the tiniest of holes that I would never have been able to do with any other type of gun, and I've actually gotten some hits in the same circumstances. So all in all, the fact that it's so quiet and the fact that, again, it is reasonably accurate, in our eyes, definitely worth the money. We spent 130 bucks on this one, and it came with a whole slew of accessories. You get the scope, you get the bipod, they even give you the sling. And to be fair, this is a great scope for the money. So in our eyes, we have a lot of fun with it. It's a great looking airsoft gun. The bolt action is just fun, and it's quiet, which for a lot of people means the difference between getting shot after getting the hit and just getting away. So go ahead, try it for yourself, worth the money, and you know, just have some fun. Be safe.